Isolation day 116, Sunday the 12th of July. I hope you're all well and you're looking after yourselves. Ordinarily, I would show you my week's analysis of my bloods and my fat intake, etc, etc. I'm not going to do that tonight. I thought I would do that tomorrow night. This evening, what I'd like to do is show you that I'm back on track in relation to my blood sugars, or at least I thought I was. I've had a bit of a mishap this evening with a home barbecue where I've clearly eaten something I shouldn't have eaten, and my bloods are astronomically high at the moment. Really very unhappy about that, but the last couple of days have been much better. My bloods have been well within control and at levels that I can deal with. So I will show you a few pictures of the sensor. Here you go. Here is a dodgy pump picture, but 171 grams of carbs in the average of the last 7 days, 67% basal, 33% bolus, 19.37 units in total. Just wanted to show that to you. Please bear in mind that I've only had the sensor on for 4 days. So in the last 7 days, the average blood glucose has been 5.1. Meter low, as I mentioned yesterday, is 1.8. Meter high, 11.5. Really frustrating. Within limits, 82%, and below limits, 18% for the last 7 days, which is quite interesting because I was still frustrated with those 2 mornings of going high. You can actually see that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't even add up to 1% of the time. So as frustrated as I was, it's actually caused me to have a lot more lows because of the insulin that I adjusted. Yeah, that I need to improve upon, clearly. This is the 24-hour graph from 10 a.m. this morning, and you can see consistently, now this is the CGM, and the CGM hasn't been entirely accurate, but look, you know, 24 hours, the vast majority of the time was below 5. Now, again, this was Sunday, and I spent the entire day working in the garden, so yes, there were some challenging times, but overall, I was able to manage this. I took quite a considerable number of carbohydrates to keep my blood sugars up because I was shifting lots of weight and doing and effectively exercising for a considerable amount of time. This is the 6-hour graph at 4:30 on Sunday, the 12th of July, and accompanied by the paint that's on my hands. And as you can tell, the pump is in a bit of a state because it's been it's been bruised and battered, been attached to me for the day whilst working. You can see here, blood sugars were not great, okay, they were low, but again, what they weren't is high. And at this time, I was eating. So I did make sure I was eating. I still struggled somewhat to keep it, you know, within sort of 5 to 7. Didn't actually manage it most of the day. But what I didn't do was go high. So that's my overview. And yes, it may be somewhat restricted because I was working in the garden and my blood sugars were low throughout the day. But what I wanted to show you was that I am checking the graphs, I am keeping an eye on it. It is rather difficult to do when you're exercising for quite such a long time. But overall, I'm happy with the way the CGM is working and the fact it is on. As I said to you, I've only actually switched the auto suspend off today, which is Monday. Going forwards, obviously the pump will auto suspend when it goes too low. It'll be interesting to see how long the pump is in suspension for. Okay, especially as I've made a bit of a schoolboy, well, more than a bit of a schoolboy, made a huge error on my evening meal tonight. I will speak to you more about that tomorrow. Okay, I hope you're all well, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Thanks.